Hey everyone, I'm Matt Martin. I'm with the Charlie Brown Realty Group, and I'm coming to you from Crowley, Texas. You probably saw my video earlier where I was headed down here, just south of Fort Worth. I'm actually here with Nakoa with Coventry Homes, brand new model, beautiful community, and we're kind of here to learn a little bit about Coventry Homes, but also about Mr. Nakoa and all of his sales expertise. So Nakoa, thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys came all the way out here to film.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the drive, the
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
even the roads. I saw Chick-fil-A right down the street.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have all the good foods.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
I mean, everything
absolutely.
that's coming in, it's crazy.
The
So
development is just blowing our minds.
yeah, and the price point.
It's gorgeous.
The price point is just, it's incredible. So it's no wonder that people are looking looking to relocate from DFW, that they're looking to come here.
Yeah.
So
Affordability so close to the city. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
I agree, 100%. So let's get started with you, Nakoa. So how did you get into new home sales, and what has made you stay in new home sales?
Well, let's say I'd have to flash back a little bit to back in the day.
Okay.
So I actually graduated high school, and then I decided to go into fitness. That didn't work out. Decided real estate was my route. Well, my best friend's dad, he decided that new home sales was definitely for me. Well, his mom was a real estate agent. She decided real estate was definitely for me. So I went, I got my license. The same day I got my license, his father convinced me to go work for a temp company called OHN.
Okay.
And I'd say I took a very uncommonly common route. It happens, but it doesn't happen at the same time. OHN, for those who don't know, are people who assist new home constructions, providing information to people as we are out of town. So essentially I did that, and then I was lucky enough to get picked up by a company called Coventry, and I work for them currently, and I love them. And they were telling me, hey, we need you as an assistant. And I ended up meeting probably one of the best figures of my life, Rosemary. I'll give her a shout out. She's not in the industry anymore. She's retired. But
she's great, man. She is great.
She was the best, and she taught me so much. And then luckily I had the opportunity to move up to counselor about 2 years later than that. And I've been doing it ever since. So I think this is about year 3 or 4. I'm not sure. As a counselor.
That's awesome.
Community number 6, 7, somewhere around there.
That's awesome. So safe to say it's turned into an addiction.
It is a little bit of an addiction.
Once you get into it, man, it's hard to get out. Absolutely. It's hard to get out. So second question for you. So just kind of talk to me about Coventry Homes, the community, and really, especially for the person that doesn't really know where you are or who you are, what is going to make them want to come to Crowley and also to Coventry?
Well, for Coventry as a whole, so we started building probably about 45 years ago. We were originally MacGyver Homes based out of Houston. And since then, we've kind of evolved. We went public about 3 years ago, got bought out by a company called Dreamfinders Homes, who allowed us capital to kind of dive into the market so deeply to where we can get into almost every community around. And the beauty of building with Coventry, and the reason we've been able to grow so fast, is not only that funding and be able to get into the neighborhoods, but what we throw down. All of our products seems to be liked by most of the population. We are a very dramatic builder. We like tall ceilings, big doorways.
That's what buyers want, right?
All those things that you look at that house, you walk in that house, and you just say, "Oh, that is not what I was expecting it to be." Yeah. And so that's primarily what we like to focus on. The next part is we are an eco-smart builder. We're Energy Star 3.25 certified. So that means fun stuff like low argon windows and maxed out insulation inside of your ceiling and exterior walls, polyurethane seals, just to kind of lower those energy bills. A good example would be a house in the 2,100 square foot range, something like this that we're in right now. You're looking at a HERS index of about 40, which is incredibly low. Honestly, probably as low as you can get.
That's crazy.
That plus we do have a nice warranty. We work with a 110 warranty, 10 year for your foundation, 1 for your mechanicals. And the beauty of that is we use a lot of third-party appliances. Yeah. So all of those third-party appliances have 5 to 7 warranties inside of them as well through the company. So that's things like Ecobee And again, it is an eco smart house. So you have all the smart features. You can control your Wi-Fi. You can control
that's
everything
awesome.
from your phone. So that's the beauty of it.
That's awesome. Many people are probably watching this from their phones.
Yeah.
So,
and then as far as Crowley goes, why wouldn't you move here?
Yeah.
It really makes no sense to not. The beauty is you have Chisholm Trail Highway.
Okay.
5 minutes from the neighborhood. You hop on there, you're in Fort Worth, downtown Fort Worth, in less than 12 minutes.
That's awesome.
Medical
12
district,
minutes.
Medical district, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Cultural district, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Sundance Square, 15 minutes. You need to go towards that Mansfield side. You're looking at about 30 minutes. You need to go to that Dallas side. You're looking at about 45. So you really just have all the access that you really need in this Crowley area. And the next part is I love to brag about this school district. It's one of the most uprising school districts in the DFW area. And one of the most unique things that they do is they're actually an open district. So what that means is, say you want to focus on a specific thing, or you really like this teacher, or you really like this school football program, because it's Texas, we play football here.
Yes, we do.
You can go to the school that you choose. If that's where your friends are, that's where you'll go. And
I think
that allows, beauty and opportunity for a lot of families who are more interested in something like that. They're allowed to get deeper and compare and contrast all of these schools.
That's awesome. Yeah, you have options. So I really like that a lot. Yeah. So what about the person that, goes to flies a lot, right? Okay. From here to DFW Airport, what are you looking at?
Maybe
30 minutes? Yeah. Man, the average commute in DFW, I mean, y'all know it's 45 minutes, right? So 30 minutes, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And the traffic out here, it wasn't that heavy.
No, absolutely not. I can speak for myself. I live on the North Fort Worth side. So I love getting all that traffic. The beauty of this is as soon as I hit Chisholm Trail, there's nothing there. I take a left onto 20 and then back to 820. I have not hit a single traffic way all the way on that side.
That's awesome, man. That's unheard of, honestly. And I don't think I took a single toll to get down here either. And I'm coming from the northwest side of the Metroplex.
The only toll you do have is that Chisholm Trail. Now, if you don't, it's a super cheap toll. It's usually a couple 50 cents or so.
Yeah, it's not one of the crazy ones.
That South Hulen side all the way down to, that's an alternative option. It only adds maybe 2 more minutes to the drive.
Yeah. You got options. Hey, that's
absolutely.
So my next question for you. So about the buyer experience. So for someone buying new construction for the first time, what are some things that you guide them on this journey of, either we've never bought a home before or we've never bought new construction before? What does that kind of look like? And how do you help them along the way?
Yeah, so new construction is a little bit of a harder one. It's really hard to visualize something that's not physically there in the current moment. So, I mean, in my position, in my job, my first for starters, what I would do is I want to be your friend. I want to make sure that we're lining up eye to eye. That way I can build you your dream house. And then secondly, I want to put that vision and I'll help you put that vision onto a piece of paper. And once we have that, we can kind of narrow down what we're looking for. And once we have that, I know exactly what to do. I say, hey, how does this feel for you? If it feels good, okay, we'll compare and contrast to another one. And then we'll probably stick with that one. I like to make sure they get all the options in front of their eyes prior to making a decision. That way they know exactly what they're getting into. And then the next part is, if you're getting into new homes and you've been looking into the resale market and new homes might be an option for you guys, there's things builders can do that resale can't. Unfortunately, that is the truth. We do have backing, we have buy downs, we have lenders that we preferred lenders that we work with who are able to just do a little bit more. And I think a lot of people don't understand that yet. And you go to a resale house and you might not have as much negotiation and room, not saying that there's anything wrong with resale homes, but you might be able to get a little bit better of a deal, and people don't know that.
Yeah.
Secondly is, it's a new home. You get a warranty.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. If something breaks, we can fix it.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Yeah.
So that's another big thing. And then the main things I would say, if you are going out and looking at new construction, what to look for, what to compare, what to contrast, is, for starters, home efficiency. If you do not have the proper insulation or the proper care on your home, energy bills can be skyrocketed.
100%. Yeah.
Efficiency can be so down.
Well, insulation especially. I mean, I've had homes that you feel like you're cooling the neighborhood because it's so drafty. Or you have that room that you just can't ever get to cool down, or you have that room that you can't ever get warm enough in the winter. So I really feel like we just don't focus enough. You know, everyone says, you know, we're Energy Star this or we're, you know, green certified here, but it sounds like Coventry really cares about what that means, right? What's going into your home.
It's a super big deal.
And then all the inspections that y'all go through on top of that, right? I mean, tell us about that.
On top of that, we allow third-party inspections on just about everything. I had a phase inspection yesterday. I've had, if you don't know what a phase inspection is, that is the phases of construction. So the first phase would be your foundation. They would do a foundation inspection. The second inspection they typically do would be a pre-drywall inspection. So this is before we put up the sheetrock. So we call this the guts, and that is awesome because you get to walk in, you get to see what's behind every single wall. You know where every stud is, you know where every outlet is, you know where all the plumbing is, and that's something you will never get.
You can take pictures of that, so you'll know for later.
And on top of that, you have a guy walking you through and explaining all of the things that are going into the home. After that, you do have what we call an NHO or a new home orientation meeting. That is what we call the final, and we always do a third-party inspection ourselves. We do suggest that you guys do a third party. Doesn't hurt to have more eyes on the house. Once we do that, I mean, there's no way the house could go wrong.
Yeah.
At that point, you've had it certified.
Aside from an act of God.
An act of God, of course.
Weather happens in Texas. We've experienced that for the last couple of years, haven't we?
A little wild
so especially with wind. Wind's a big one. So that's awesome. So kind of talking about new versus pre-owned. You know, I'm a realtor here in DFW, and you know, I agree with you. I think new, it's not always looked at, or it's looked at as, oh, that's scary, or even I can't afford it. And man, the interest rate programs y'all are running right now, it's incredible. I mean, pre-owned, you're not going to be able to touch it. I mean, and I love pre-owned, believe me. I mean, that's half my business. But with what the lenders are doing with new construction, especially if you're able to find an inventory, which Coventry, they build a lot of inventory homes, right? And the nice thing about inventory is you're not having to wait for it to finish in order for you and your family to go ahead and move in, right? And with it being closer to being complete, that also means that you're able to kind of get an idea of what your rate's going to be, and possibly lock right after contract, depending on if the home is done or near done, right? So that's awesome, man. So while we're kind of talking about new construction, first-time home buyers, et cetera, what does your current phase in here look like as far as like how many lots and how many inventory homes you're currently building right now? And then what is it going to kind of look like, you know, when it's done? What would you say is upcoming for Hulen Trails?
Hulen Trails as a whole is it's looking and shaping out to be quite the neighborhood. We are already in phase 2. I will say the Coventry model just opened about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So we are pretty fresh into the neighborhood. I haven't had any finished product. But with that being said, we've already sold 3 houses out here.
That's awesome.
So that's awesome. We know the area is good. We know it's great. We have plans for trails. There's already a park and trails through this side.
Okay.
They'll be extending all the way through that phase 2 and then eventually through that phase 3 side. And then on top of that, that amenity center is already located inside.
What's in the amenity center?
Just a pool and a park, but it's beautiful.
I wouldn't say just a pool and a park. There's a lot of communities out there that don't even have pools, right?
I guess.
I mean, man,
I'm just used to
he's underselling it a little bit. Hey, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Y'all are gonna want to use that pool. Trust me.
Yeah,
trust me.
It's a great time for your family. It's a very community oriented place. So you should know your neighbor.
Yeah.
You'll probably be friends with your neighbor. They probably have someone in liking that you would be friends with. And I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of, sometimes it feels like a little bit of a block party. I'm walking down the street, people are waving at me, people are saying hey, we're all chatting, asking how each other's day went.
Yeah, very friendly, very friendly. Yeah, very, very inviting. It's honestly, it's kind of refreshing, right? You go to some communities and you kind of just, get out of your car, walk inside, don't really talk to anyone, and that's just kind of boring. So,
and the next part is you could be as private as you want to. If
you
don't want to talk to anybody, that's perfectly
you can do that
fine.
too.
Your neighbor's never going to
do that too.
If they don't need to.
But if you need sugar and you go ask your neighbor, they may not give you any.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you gotta love those relationships.
Exactly, 100%. So kind of give me an idea. What does the what kind of inventory homes do you have right now? Like, how many do y'all have going on?
So right now, I just started about 15. I have 4 of them that are going to finish kind of in that August time frame.
Okay.
And they do range kind of anywhere between that 1,800 square foot range all the way to about 3,300 square foot. All of my lot sizes are beautiful. In my 60s, I am actually standard as a 3-car garage. So I have a bunch of inventories with the 3 side by side, not tandem, because I know everybody wants that as well.
Yeah.
But other than that, I do have more inventory popping up towards that September and end of year range. Now, with all of those, there's beautiful incentives tied to those. You have things like rate buy downs, or maybe, we work out some sort of closing costs or price discount. Nothing's really off the table. If you're coming to me and you say, hey, Nakoa, I want to buy a house, I'm just not sure if I can, I will find a way. Yeah. And I think that's the next difference is you have guys like myself who work for Coventry. You have guys who in the real world like Matt, who are out there helping those people. And I feel like as long as you have that proper attitude and proper guide, you're really able to expand and be able to create that valued friendship as to we're going to build you the perfect product. Now, when people come out for me in my inventory, I'm going to take them out there and I'm going to show them every feature inside of the home. I'm going to walk them through it. I'm going to make sure they understand that process even when they hop in, so they understand how the build works. Because I want you to know how your house functions. I want you to know how to maintain it properly. I want you to know all the items, not only from the exterior and from the look of it, but behind the walls too. That way, when you're maintaining your home and taking care of it, you have all of those proper tools.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. You mentioned 60-foot lots. So for the someone who's never bought new construction before or really knows what that is, basically what he's saying is the lot's going to be 60 feet wide. The home itself in here, how wide are the homes in
40
here?
Foot.
Okay,
40
so you're building, oh, wow. So, man, you've got 20 feet between homes.
So you wouldn't, because you're going to be standard with a 3rd car.
Okay.
All the time.
Hey, I'll take the third car over additional grass, right?
Over additional
Man, that is awesome.
Yeah, so that is a new thing that we've started to do.
Okay.
And you will probably do this in more communities, is separating the 50s and the 60s. Again, those lot fronts, 50 foot wide or 60 foot wide. And then in the 60s, run the same product, but add an additional garage bay. And that way people have the selection between the both.
That's awesome. I mean, honestly, because with a tandem, man, they're never full size, it seems like. You can barely get a truck in there. Yeah. And then on top of that, someone's always having to back out to let someone in.
Exactly.
So it winds up being a junk area.
Exactly.
And then someone's parking on the street, right?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Man, that is awesome. That's incredible.
One thing that I love about this neighborhood that I did not mention, we have really wide roads here.
I noticed that. I noticed that,
roads.
Yes.
A lot of people don't think about that.
I know.
It affects your life. I live on a very tight road. My friend came to visit me the other day, and my neighbor backed into his car. So stuff like that.
That'll ruin your day.
Wide roads keep you nice and separated, which I truly do love.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. So kind of piggybacking off like floor plans and things like that. So if you were buying here in Hulen Trails, and I know you probably don't like to have a favorite because, you need to be able to sell everything. But if you had one plan to pick as your favorite, what would it be and why?
Okay, so this is a hard one. I have 2. Hulen Trails is actually a sister planned community to something that I previously used to sell. I actually live in the sister plan of the Salina plan, which is a 1,800 square foot 4-bedroom 2-bath. I live in that house, but on the north side. But I will say we have this plan called the Somerset.
Okay.
And it is a 2,400 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a study, 1 floor.
Wow.
And I don't know how we put it all on that in 2,400 square feet. Kind of blows my mind a little bit, but I think if I was going to do a hop-in house, that would be the one.
That's incredible.
The kitchen is, I mean, the island is so long. The cabinetry space is so expanding. You have so much storage. The living room is completely open, and I'm a big sectional couch kind of guy.
Yeah,
so I like
me
my
too.
massive couches, so I need to get space for it. And then on top of that, you still have a section for dining whenever you have those large crowds. You have placement for everyone. You know, it's never feeling too crowded inside of our houses.
That's awesome. Yeah, y'all have a really good use of space. Mm-hmm. I walking through them, the flow is good, and you just don't really waste any space.
Yeah.
Right? It's like everything's accounted for. If there's a little space where we can put a little linen closet or something, y'all do it.
We'll max out as much storage as we can have.
I love that. I really do.
Yeah.
So a couple questions left. So have you seen, Hulen I know that y'all just came into this phase. How long has Hulen been going on?
So I will say Hulen has been building for quite some time. Bloomfield next door, actually. They're the developer as well. And we actually got our lots from them. Now, I believe it's been building for about 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Pardon me, guys. I've only been out here for 3 weeks. If that is incorrect.
Hey, you're doing a great job, man. He knows a lot about the community.
I've reached out with the HOA, and they seem great. They do a great job. But the community itself, I mean, off to this, you guys can't see it, but right behind my model is a whole different section of Hulen Trails, and I actually build all the way in this section of Hulen Trails.
Got it.
And they've actually already began to expand this road. It's completely open.
I noticed that.
That way, all of that is going to be Hulen Trails as well.
That's awesome.
So I would say projection-wise, you're looking, another at least 4 phases, if I were to guess.
Yeah. So for y'all that are watching, get in on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Right. This is Coventry's first phase.
Yeah.
And anyone that follows real estate knows prices don't go down, they go up.
I've already had price
increase. So this is, I hate to use the word cheapest, but this is the cheapest Coventry will be in Hulen Trails, right? So don't get knocked with that, hey, we got a price increase coming conversation. You don't want to miss out.
Yeah, and I really don't. I really encourage people nowadays. This is the time to buy. It truly is. Yes, it's an uncertain time in the world.
Yeah,
but it is a great time to buy, and the reason being is everyone is down on sales. To be honest, that's a little bit of the truth. The market is. We're in a situation in which people aren't buying houses, and we're left with extra inventory. And what that means is we're able to make sure you guys can properly afford the house. So if you're looking for a deal, you're looking for, hey, I'll buy, but it's only if it's the correct time so I can max out my budget. You're looking at the time, and that is now.
Yeah, for anyone that follows me on Instagram or Facebook, I did a post today actually talking about, people waiting for interest rates to drop. And it's what people still don't seem to understand is as soon as rates start dropping, sales and prices go up even faster, right? Yep. So you can always refinance your rate. You can't refinance your price. Yeah. So something that, you see it, but you don't believe it.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got to remember, interest rate is just one of the pieces to the puzzle. Mm-hmm. So you can always attack a different side besides interest rate. Again, same thing. You can always refinance your interest rate. You cannot change the sales price of your home.
Yeah, and I'll talk to y'all later. For those of y'all tuning in, Charlie Brown Group, they've got a really great new home advantage program that I'll include, some links down in the video for you, as well as links to Coventry Homes and Hulen Trails, etc. Just so y'all can come check it out for yourself. So I kind of wanted to wrap this up with a little bit of a fun question, although I think all my questions today have been fun, right? So what is the most unexpected or wild request that you've ever gotten from a buyer during the build process?
Unexpected or wild request? Midwest, I've had some really wild things happen. So this one didn't happen to me specifically, but this might be one of the craziest things I've ever.
Okay.
One of the weirdest things I've ever seen in new construction. So I had a couple. They bought a house. It was a build. They picked all the things. Well, they didn't like their tile.
Okay.
But
they picked it.
But they picked that tile.
Okay.
So they asked if they could change it. We couldn't change it at the time because the tile was already being installed. What they did was the day before the tile got installed, they went to Home Depot and bought a different tile. Swapped those tiles out of the house and took the previous tiles.
Okay.
Thinking that the construction guys or the CMs wouldn't notice. They absolutely noticed.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey guys, where's the tile? And they brought us back the tile and we installed it into the house and all was good. But I mean that's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen be done.
Yeah, that's pretty
so for any suggestions,
pretty wild.
If you do build a new home, it you can't swap out your tile that way.
Yeah. And the design center is top notch, right? Coventry Homes, they use Weisenbaker. You've got a really good team over there. That is they're experts when it comes to designing, but please make sure that whatever you pick, that you love it, because once you leave there, and this goes for pretty much all new construction. Once you leave that final appointment, that's it, right? So that's wild.
And I'll say, for request for me, oh my gosh, I guess the weirdest one would be, honestly, I think this one is really cool. I couldn't do it, but it is really cool. So they actually had a separate dining room that was connected to the back of their primary closet.
Okay.
So what they wanted to do was wall in the entire dining room, run another door from the primary closet to the dining room, and make the dining room another closet.
Okay.
So they're gonna have a closet inside of a closet, which I thought, honestly,
that sounds kind of awesome.
Kind of sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds kind of awesome.
In there, and you get the shoe wall and all of your, fancy jazz. And you can make it look nice. But that was probably one of the coolest things that I've ever been asked.
I guess they could probably do it after they move in.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. To be honest,
home's yours.
And that's the next part is, it is a new home. Just because it's a new home doesn't mean you can't do things to the home.
Yeah, make it your own.
Your home. And on top of that, us salespeople, we do have our own contacts that we use outside of Coventry that are able to do some more custom stuff that you may not be able to get during that build process, or you don't want into your loan value. That's a really big thing. A lot of people don't want the options that they pick in Design Center included into their loan value. So the alternative way is we are your best source of resource. And come to us, and we will hook you up with whoever you need to get that done.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Y'all are almost kind of a one-stop shop.
Pretty much.
Right?
Yeah, we try our best. We have a preferred lender. We have our design center that we work with. We have our own title company. We try to keep it all in-house. That way we can maximize y'all's funds.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. Well, big thanks to Nakoa and Coventry Homes for taking the time out today. Appreciate you letting us do this in your model home. Yeah. I would encourage everyone to stop by. I'm actually going to include some information on Hulen Trails. Nakoa, what days are you normally here?
So I am here pretty much every day except for Wednesday and Thursday. Sometimes I'm here on Wednesdays.
That's the addiction that we were talking about, right?
I definitely pick up the phone a lot more than I should. But it is addicting. Selling houses is addicting. Helping you guys is addicting.
Yeah.
It's always fun for me. I can speak from experience that no closing, no sale has ever repeated itself. They're all different. They're all unique.
Yeah. Well, and just speaking from the real estate community, the general real estate community, y'all work really well with realtors.
Yeah.
And one thing I like is, we can bring our clients here and feel part of the process.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And in a way, kind of be a team you know, that helps the buyer achieve whatever dream they're looking to accomplish.
And I think you couldn't have said it better. We are probably one of the most realtor friendly builders around. For a good example, for all you realtors out there, we do pay 4% on started inventory. I know that's a little bit more than some of those builders out there. And then secondly is I personally get you guys CE classes and host them in my model for free. For you guys to come out, I'll pay for your lunch. You just come, you can shoot the model, you can take pictures, CE classes, get them done. So realtors, if you're interested, of course, come join us. I'd love to have you out here.
Yeah, and if you can get Nakoa to take a break with his busy schedule, because I did have to get fit in today, but thankfully he was able to, then maybe, you know, you can do a video with him as well.
Yeah, I'd love for you guys to come out and interview me, ask me any questions you really want about that process. I'm just kind of big on homes. It doesn't necessarily have to be my house. If you're like, I want to remodel my house, give me some ideas, I'll help you out too. I just really like houses.
Nakoa, really appreciate it, man. And everyone else, as always, like and subscribe if you want more real talk on the DFW market and new communities, resale, you name it, right? Sticks and bricks, it's all the same. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.